Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Diablo Hellfire as we play through the game as a monk on hardcore. So if the monk perishes, we delete the monk and start all over again. So in the last episode we got to floor 16, we summoned Diablo, we started the battle with the demon himself. This episode we continue the battle. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. Enjoy the video. Let's get into it. We are back in Diablo Hellfire on the monk that does the bonk. Last episode we did get bonked a fair bit, but we didn't die. We are still going relatively strong. I have my my inventory and my bar is ready for this, relatively ready for this fight. Got a scroll of town portal. I have my portal spell as well. So as soon as I go through, I know Diablo is there waiting. He is a very patient doggo. I'm going to call him a doggo. He's not a doggo. He's a demon of some sort. But he is there waiting. So as soon as I get in, this is the game plan. This is what we're going to go for. We're going to try and kite him away. Try and kite him away from all of his ads. So we just focus on him. I don't care about any of his other ads, to be quite honest. I just want to take him out. The rest of the ads I can do slowly over time. I can whittle them down. I've got enough money here, enough potions here to keep them going. But he is the big doggo. So I need to keep hitting him and keep having portals ready for me to run away. Normally I wouldn't care, but remember, this monk that does the bonk is a hardcore. So if I die, I have to start over. And this is quite a long series already. I don't want to start over. I'm quite attached to the monk. As weird as he looks and weird as he is, I'm quite attached. So without further ado, let's just jump into this portal and hope for the best. And run away. Run straight up. Straight up. Okay, that's good. Good sign. I managed to get away. He is chasing me, however. Right, let's put a portal here. Let's move a little bit further away. Okay, so I should be able to stand relatively close. I don't want to use the potions from my bar if I can help it. Let's move one back. Oh, okay, he actually pushes you into the portals. So he made me use the portal by accident. That's a smart doggo. Right, while I'm here, I'm going to use one of these potions that's on the floor, one of these weak ones. If I can, wherever it went. Okay, I'm not going to use that weak one, I'm going to use this weak one. There we go, thank you. Move all my potions back to the left-hand side, because it's easier for me to click. And I'll hopefully use all of the potions in my inventory before I use the hotbar. So jump back in. Use my... Oh, he's using the wrong spell. Just want to try and keep my hotbar full. Come on, monk. You can do this. So we are stunning each other. Every time he gets a couple hits off, I get a couple hits off. Oh, we can do this. Yes! Yes! Whoa. The monk is frozen though. Oh. That was not easy. That's obviously his soul stone. Huh. Okay.
The soul stone burns with hellfire as an eerie red glow blurs your vision. Fresh blood flows into your eyes, and you begin to hear the tormented whispers of the damned. You have done what you knew must be done. The essence of Diablo is contained. For now. You pray that you have become strong enough to contain the demon and keep him at bay. Although you have been fortified by your quest, you can still feel him, clawing his way up from the dark recesses of your soul. Fighting to retain control, your thoughts turn toward the ancient mystic lands of the Far East. Perhaps there, beyond the desolate wastes of Aranok, you will find an answer. Or perhaps, salvation.
Right. Did not expect to embed the soul stone in yourself. Because I know the other Diablo games over time have retconned Diablo, this first game. I don't know how much is retconned. I can't remember if there was a story of the other multiple games. But the end. So let's go back into Rothmer. So I had saved just before we went in to fight Diablo himself. So although... So if I go for that portal, this was essentially where we started off the beginning of this episode. What we're going to look at now is mooing these cows. So this is what we're going to do now.
Been talking about. Perhaps you could help a poor, simple farmer out of a terrible mess? At the edge of my orchard, well, just south of here, there's a horrible thing swelling out of the ground. I can't get to my crops or my bales of hay, and my poor cows will starve. The witch gave this to me and said that it would blast that thing out of my field. If you could destroy it, I would be forever grateful. I'd do it myself, but someone has to stay here with the cows.
So, we are now going to go into the hive, I believe it's called. We're going to continue on hardcore. Hopefully we don't die. I'd like to try and finish the expansion. So the hive, this thing down here should be the hive. So we're going to take on the hive. And then I think there's like a mausoleum somewhere or a crypt, which I need to look into. But this is the first part of the expansion.
I cannot cast that here.
There we go, down to the hive. Oh, I should have listened to that.
We have long lain dormant, and the time to awaken has come. After our long sleep, we are filled with great hunger. Soon now we shall feed.
Ooh, interesting. So it's level 1 of the nest. Looks like this will probably go down further. I'm going to move you with search. The shredded. Ooh, these are cool. Right, when the next group of mobs I see, I'm going to let them attack me. I'm going to see how much damage they do. And see how much I need to worry about this. I don't know what level this is all meant to be. Whether you're meant to come here relatively early on or relatively late. I'm presuming you should be coming here at the end of the expansion. Well, at the end of the game, because this is the expansion. Okay, so I blocked that attack. Okay, so this is probably going to be a little bit easy for me. However, we'll go for the hives. This will be, if this is easy for me, it should the difficulty scale should increase as we go through. These pods we can destroy as well. They're like the barrels. It's cool. So I don't know very much. Obviously, I don't know anything about this hive place, but by the first looks of it, it looks cool. It's got an interesting soundtrack, kind of like a mystical kind of soundtrack. But this is pretty interesting. Hopefully we can get some items. We can make our monk even stronger. Because now we've... I've run out of mana. Now we've done what we've done. Now we've taken out Diablo. I'd like to think that we can probably go through on the harder difficulties, start a new game, and see whether we can survive on Nightmare in Hell. So that will be something that'll be in the back of my mind to see how long I can actually last on this character. Something else I would like to try as well, now that we have finished the game, is try some mods out. So I was recommended to me as a mod called Hell. These guys look like they can... Okay, I was going to say these guys look slightly more worrying. Yeah, so these next couple episodes will just be me going through this hive. I'm not expecting major content. It's not going to be too difficult. If the difficulty does increase, then that's great. But I'm not expecting to die from this, if I'm being perfectly honest. This is really just for story, if anyone's interested in the story of clearing out the hive. And me talking as we go through. So I'll probably look at some Diablo lore in the background. Just starting probably next video. We'll get some lore in the background where I can talk about what I think about certain things about Diablo. And if we could just talk about Diablo, well, I'll just talk about Diablo. And yeah, we'll just chill. Because if these aren't going to pose too much of a threat, I'm not too worried about this. Just drop that. Yeah, yes, I'd like to, going forward, I'd like to try out the Hell mod. Or I think there's another mod that was recommended to me as well. So I'll give them a go. I want to try Nightmare in Hell. But then obviously now I've finished Diablo 1. I'm happy to start Diablo 2. So we'll see whether I just finish everything in Diablo 1. I keep saying Diablo 1. Diablo Hellfire. It was pointed out to me that there is no Diablo 1. It's just Diablo. Which is a very good point because it is just Diablo. So I'm more inclined to just power through Diablo, get this done, do a couple of mod spotlights, try and do Nightmare in Hell. I probably won't record every single minute of it. I'll probably just jump forward to the exciting parts. But as we go through this nest, like I said, in the next episode, we'll speak through some lore and go through like what actually happens in the story and what's been retconned, because I think that'd be quite interesting. But these are really cool mob designs, and it's nice that they've got, obviously in the previous areas, there's normally only ever 2 types of mobs, especially when you got to the later parts of Hell. I guess it was the restraints of the game, because it is still procedurally generated, which is what the older Diablos had over the newer Diablos, which I really do like, is that everything is technically random. The larger set pieces are always roughly the same with a few changes, like Diablo 2, Blood Raven. Okay, she's always going to be in the cursed cemetery, whatever the hell location is. But for you to get there, that's always randomly generated. Obviously Diablo 3, Diablo 4 kind of went down. There's very little procedurally generated things in the game anymore. It's really just gear that you can procedurally generate, because gear is just gear. It's going to be random. You're not guaranteed to get certain things, which is quite interesting. And not really what I like. I always like the randomness. So when I go into Diablo 2 next, hopefully I'd put Diablo 1 to bed, Diablo to bed, and tuck him in, make sure he's nice and happy and warm in his warm in hell. And once I've tucked Diablo in, we'll move to Diablo 2. My hand's not even on the keyboard, so I'm not worried about these at all. But these look amazing. They're like baby beholders from Baldur's Gate. What are these? It's like squigs. What the hell? They're like ball bags but with teeth. This is... That chest just ate one of my potions. And it downgraded 2 of my potions to... This place is weird. This place is really weird. Okay. I like this place. I just like how random it is. You got these beholders that are shooting bloody laser beams at me. It's making Star Wars pew pew noises, which is awesome. Chests there are eating my potions and downgrading my potions from a full potion to a normal potion of healing. This place is so weird. And yes, more of these hawk spawns. I want to know what a hawk is now. Or hawk. Not a honk. Yeah, so when we play through the mod showcases, they probably won't be on hardcore. Okay, that's a lot of them. And they stun locked me. Right. Run away is the only thing I can say here. Are they chasing after me? They are chasing after me. Good. That is a lot of them. Jeez. Right, let's use you. Right, I need to get close to that mess. Right, I can sneak around behind them and take a couple of them out. Right, can I at least take a couple of them? Yes, I can. Good. That was a lot of these psych orbs. I did not like that. Because I expected this to not be not to have any real threat, and not to potentially die. I was not paying attention to that at all. And that blindsided me. Almost killed me. Whew, right, heart rate, calm down. There's more of them. There's always another bigger fish. Yeah, so I was saying, when I do the mod showcases, I probably won't do them on hardcore. I think it's a full overhaul mod, so it'll start from the base game. So obviously I won't take my monk in there. I'll just try it from the base game. There's also, I believe that you can also, there's 2 classes that are in the game, in the code of the game. If I remember reading one of the mods correctly. There's 2 classes that are already in the game, but you need to edit the code. One's obviously one's the Barbarian, which you can play in Diablo 2 and Diablo 4, and maybe Diablo on the Diablo Immortal, wherever the one is on handheld, on mobile. I don't know, I've never played it. I haven't even touched it. Yeah, so I know the Diablo. Apparently, the Barbarian is actually in game. You can play as the Barbarian. There's also another class that's already in the game, but I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. So I may have to do some research, and maybe we can try out one of those classes. Maybe we can actually finally try out a mage. That would be squishy. I think I've learned enough talking to people, particularly one person in the comment section, about how scrolls work. I think I probably have learned enough to give magic a try, because my rogue did not go very well. And at least with the hell mod, apparently it increases the difficulty for the base game, which is obviously not going to be good for me, because I struggled. But if I'm not doing hardcore, I should be okay. Obviously I won't play it aggressively, but I should be okay on hardcore, without hardcore. More of these hawks. Love these guys. They just remind me of squigs from Warhammer. To be fair, it's about. I was trying to think. Is this around? They could be from the same, mentality, the same ideas club. When this came out, where goblins were a thing in Warhammer Fantasy. Probably the same kind of artistic direction from one another. He dropped the potion. I like that these, although they don't do loads of damage, they do actually just stun you a little bit, give you a bit of a knockback. Which obviously that builds up. If there's 7 of them attacking you at once, one of them's going to hit you. Pew! Oh, it's nice to finally actually chill a little bit. The last few levels of the base game were really insane. I'd come on to want a nice chilled game of Diablo. I skipped down as well.
We have long lain dormant, and the time to awaken has come. After our long sleep, we are filled with great hunger. Soon now we shall feed.
So I like that obviously, as we... I want this. Venom tail. Okay. This is really weird, like, art direction. Like, release mobs. I love it. I absolutely love this. Let's use another potion. Okay, so when I said that this was going to be relatively easy, they're still doing damage. The floors are actually escalating quite quickly. It lulled me into a false sense of security. Blacksmith oil is good, actually. I'll take that. Alright. Let's use another potion, shall we? Blacksmith, let's use you on the staff. I can't believe I've got this staff from one of the first episodes. Well, quite early on in the monk's lifespan. Oh, what the hell is that? What the... That is so cool. I'm just amazed with the artwork and the mobs. Why aren't more games like this? Because it's just so unique. You don't see this anymore. I guess maybe Path of Exile kind of does more kind of grotesque mobs like this. Action RPG wise, probably Path of Exile is the only one. There's all the other kind of ARPGs. You got kind of Torchlight, that's kind of steampunky, cartoony graphics. Doesn't really go down the same vibe as this. Yeah, it's so cool. I'll stop saying I'm just at awe. I'm glad that this was recommended to me to go into the Hive, because I would have just taken out Diablo, done that video, and then just moved on. And moved on to Diablo 2. Which obviously I will still be moving on to Diablo 2. Which I absolutely love. Diablo 2 again. Diablo 2 will probably be the Diablo I spend the most time on, to be quite honest. So I'm going to make my hardcore. And obviously, hopefully the hardcore survives. I want to complete the story at least once as a hardcore. But I'm going to also have on the side just a normal character that I want, probably a sorceress to be quite honest for the teleporting. I want to try and get to the end of Diablo 2 and go against the Ubers. If Ubers are still in Diablo 2 remastered, if it's not, I'll have to get the original Diablo 2 up and running, which won't be too much work. I don't know whether the online servers probably don't work, but at least you don't need the online servers for Diablo 2. So if the Ubers aren't in the resurrected version, the HD remake which I've got, I'll just have to dig out my Diablo 2 copy, which I think is in the box in my attic, which is fine. I can go grab that. And we'll just play through, because I want to do the Ubers, which is obviously well, not obviously, it's the hardest content in Diablo 2. And it's essentially all of the end bosses. So it's got actually no, it might not be all of them. So I think it's just Diablo, Mephisto, because you don't have Andrea, but is most of the bosses that are of each act right at the end of the game, and they're all super powered. You need the best rune words, you need everything to be perfect just to stand a chance. You need perfect rolls in your gear. It's insane. You need luck. I'm surprised how much health I just lost there. But you need ridiculous luck just to be able to get to a point where you can fight them, and then you need ridiculous luck just to unlock them. So it's double-edged sword, really. But it's a great achievement, and I'd like to give it a go. I think I said in the previous, well, I did say in the previous video that the only reason why I know about it is back in the day, my brother used to play Diablo 2 religiously, and we kind of bonded over playing Diablo 2. He played it a lot more than I did. I wish I played it more, because we had a laugh playing it. He was a lot better at the game than I was. To be fair, he was always a lot better at video games and full stop than I am. But I don't think he's completed Diablo on hardcore, so suck it. But yeah, it's just going to bring back so much nostalgia playing Diablo 2, and then trying to continually doing runs to try and get the right rune words. Yeah, it's just going to be so much nostalgia. Probably going to put more time in that than any other game this next year. That's probably the time frame of when I'm going to get round to it. Because I need to obviously finish Diablo, this one. And I want this to be finished in a good state. I don't just want to end a series halfway through. Or if I'm checking out a mod, I don't just want to leave it bare bones. So I want to see this nest run all the way through. Down to level 4. I don't know how many levels are in this nest. I could say 16 again and just keep lying to you, because I just generally don't know. There's very little I could find online about this, if I'm being completely honest. If it wasn't for... I did do a little bit of research when I was looking for builds and kind of what you should use as certain characters. Like, the monk is predominantly a glass cannon. You should probably put dexterity on him. Okay, fine. I couldn't find very much about the expansions or on the Wikipedia for this game. Couldn't really see much about how to access the expansions. So once again, I'm grateful for the guy who mentioned it in the comments and told me how to get to the hive. So I would have just ignored it. It's a shame the Wikipedia is not very good. Most of the Blizzard... This is giving me flashbacks. Okay. These they're going to run as well, aren't they? Well, this is going to give me flashbacks to the final couple floors of hell. Cool mobs though. They're not as annoying as the hell spawn when we're in hell. They don't run as far and they're not as fast. And when they do the attack animation, it takes a little bit longer, which gives you a little bit more chance to hit them, which is good. I think it's slightly better mob design now than the hell spawn, and especially the broods. Well, the broods, the clansmen, the centaurs you fight. They're a terrible mob design. There we go. Another group of them taken care of. I don't think I'm probably not even going to level up here, am I? Fair enough, that's fine. Ooh, the Defy, that looks like a Tyranid. That was a cool looking mob. We dropped a cathedral map. What's that? I think I might get overwhelmed here. Especially if the poison that drops on the floor. I just need to keep moving, ideally. Right, let's take out this guy. If I can. Map of the cathedral. I want to have a look at that as soon as I can. Right, let's catch up with some of these mobs. Okay, so I've clicked on him once. I'm still chasing him. There we go. Map of... trying to get that around my head. Map of the cathedral. Wonder why. These are looking at maps of cathedrals. I'll have a look at it in a second. But we can all probably agree that that guy, that defiler that attacked me, looked awesome. He looked just like a Tyranid, just like a Tyranid from Warhammer 40k. Those who don't know what Warhammer 40k is or what Tyranids look like, they look like that guy. Yeah, if you haven't seen one, then yeah, it's fine. They kind of scream and die like a... Oh, what's attacking me? Oh, nothing. There's lava on the floor. That's what's attacking me. I think this floor is almost clear. Oh, there's... What's in this corner? Can't hide from me. Especially when I've got the search skill on. You definitely can't hide from me if I'm searching for you. Don't really want that potion. I also really like the fact that those flames actually brighten up the map. Or at least brighten up the local area. Right. Let's test a theory. Never mind, theory's already been debunked. I was going to see how many mobs you need to kill for it to tell you how much health they've got and all of their resistances. I was going to say, I think it's 25. But those lash tails, I'd kill 25 and it still hasn't shown me how much health they've got. But it is now, so I think it must be 30 then. Ooh, baby, that was close. Alright, that is... I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that very well could be it. Looking at what's left of the map, I don't think I've missed anywhere. I probably haven't missed any stairs. If we've taken out the defiler, what does this map say? Right click to view. Put me here. Okay. It's in front of the cathedral. There is a cross. Okay. Well, that is a bit ominous. But on that note, let's teleport back to town. Because I think this... Just looking at my map now, I think that's this floor cleared out. We haven't found any more stairs. And it's told me to go put whatever this is there. I don't know what it wants me to put there. I'm going to clear out my inventory. Check for some more elixirs, because I love elixirs.
Hello, my friend.
Hello,
Stay
my
a while
friend.
and listen.
Stay a while and listen. It's more of a bane than it was a
What
Deckard
can I do
Cane.
for
It's
you?
a Deckard Bane. Amulet, faster hit recovery. No. Sword. No. Repair my gear. So I'm really happy that I managed to fix my keyboard as well. It's no longer sticky. The only thing I just had to clean my keyboard. It was pretty simple. Oh, I wish I had that earlier. Resist fire, 59%. Oh, that would have been awesome. That's it. He's got nothing for me. So hopefully you have some elixirs.
What ails you, my friend?
Bye. So elixir of strength. Another one. I may as well buy as many as I can now. I might as well deck myself out as much as possible. I'm going to try and do Nightmare in Hell. That's a good point, actually. I might pick up that just in case. If I do Nightmare in Hell, I'm probably going to need some resistances. So 59% resistance to fire. That is insane. Yep, I think that's probably a good purchase. Good idea, Rothmer. Yeah, so almost 40 to 50 damage, which I think is okay. I think it's definitely acceptable. It was definitely enough to put Diablo back in his box. There we go. There should be a health mana potion down here, which I can use. There you go, so at least I can teleport back. Right, so what have we done this episode? Well, we started off with bonking Diablo to a different realm. We've got a bit of lore, so we figured out that in theory, technically, the player character becomes Diablo. He takes in the soul stone of Diablo and continues to venture, thinking that he's strong enough to avoid the corruption. And then we essentially start the expansion. We go into the Hive. We went through the Hive, went through 4 levels of the Hive, and we found this cathedral map, which we're going to do next. Head to the cathedral and put this here, whatever this is. So, if you made it this far, thank you much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day, and peace out.